guys. There we go. There we go. For those of you guys that have never seen me do bone readings, there you go. I saw somebody ask if I was going to do readings in New Orleans. Yes, I am. I just had to turn off the in advance tickets because we were told we weren't going to be allowed to do readings, and then we were told we were, so I just turned them off. And that way, if you guys want to get a reading from me in New Orleans, please make sure you get there early and get your name on my list, okay? So for those of you guys that had readings that were canceled, where there were lives that were canceled, what I would say is check your email, because I emailed everybody. And if you did not get an email from me, please message the site, because what I was going to do is just give you a coupon, so that way you guys can sign up for whatever other reading you would like, okay? So, why did you see colors on my hands? I don't know. It happens more often than not. So for those of you guys that are in or around the Oklahoma City, I will be at the Oklahoma City HorrorCon this weekend. Please come see me and say hi. One of my all-time favorite friends, clients, Mr. Michael Myers, Mr. James Jude Courtney will be there as well as the Crypt Keeper, and like all kinds of really cool horror stars. So I'm just saying. And if you guys are in New Orleans, I will be at Hex Fest next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. And next Friday, thank you for the gift. Next Friday, the Bodhiverse will be live from the French Quarter. Yes, we will be walking around. I will see if I can get a local tour guide to come give us a tour. Just saying. If you guys would like a New Orleans goodie bag, they are available on my site. You can order one. You can order one up until the 10th. The Creep Keeper. That's kind of right. All right. I have Miss Danielle Schreck first. If you guys have never seen me do bone readings, then I guess you're in for a treat. My bone readings are a lot different than so many other people. So I see people messaging. Guys, I will never reach out to you on any account, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That is not me. You do have my permission to fuck with them all you would like. Waste their time, have some fun, and then block and report them. So, yeah. Please have fun. Waste their time. But yeah, don't ever send them money or give them your information, okay? I will never reach out to you. My mods can tell you that I don't even have time to talk to myself most of the time, much less reach out to other people. So, are we ready, Miss Danielle? And I saw some of you guys asking if I was coming to San Francisco. The closest I will be in Ventura, California, and that is actually at the end of this month. I have a huge in-person mediumship event. If you guys would like tickets, they're on the website. I will probably also do a meet and greet so you guys can come see me, hang out, etc. I will also be in Vegas in September at the Oddities and Curiosities, and then I will be in Portland and Seattle in October at the Oddities and Curiosities, and I will have some in-person outside of the event kind of things, so you guys can come say hi, enjoy, hanging out, bullshitting, talking about spiritual shit. So, all right, are we ready? Are we ready? Miss Danielle, let me scoot this over where you can kind of see. You have some interesting shit piled up over here. And someone with blue hair has got blue hair and things. I don't know who that would be. All right. I do come to Atlanta. I will probably be there for Days of the Dead next year. I want to say it was in February this year. But I had a lot of fun in Atlanta, and I will definitely be back to Atlanta. I didn't get to do anything in Atlanta. So I will be adding more dates to my event calendar because I will be staying in Vegas for almost a week, and I will be staying up in the Portland and Seattle area for about a week and a half as well. Yeah. All right, ready? Miss Danielle, way over here by itself, you have the alligator fang, tooth, whatever you want to call it. It's a fang. It's humongous. All right. Then you have the star anise back here. You have the petrified wood. Over the petrified wood, you have a piece of zebra. Then you have a buffalo bone. Then right here, you have a muskrat eardrum. I'm naming off all the things. You also have the muskrat tooth up here. And then you have the silver titanium quartz. So, first of all, what I want to say here is I'm proud of you for letting go of some of this anger. Not sure what the anger is or where it was coming from, but I'm proud of you for letting go of it. The fact that it's way over here tells me that it's doing this. It's moving away from you. So I'm really proud of you for working on just letting the shit go. All of this right here tells me, so the muskrat itself stands for diligence. It stands for kind of putting your nose to the grindstone, paying attention. There's not only a tooth, which is a tool for working and moving forward, but there's the eardrum, which means that you're listening to the universe and paying attention. All of this right here rotates around that piece of zebra. Zebra is teamwork. It's family. This tells me that you are really focusing on those you care about, on those that have been loyal and care about you. There's a difference between family and those who care about you and those who are loyal. This is where your heart lies right now. You are protecting them. That's what this buffalo bone is. You're being very protective. You're being very diligent, and you're grounding yourself in these amazing people that you care about so much. I love the fact, again, that you've let go of a lot of this anger. The thing that I do want to point out, though, this star anise is upside down. So star anise is a very spiritually protective plant. So the fact that it's upside down tells me that you need to make sure that you put your spiritual protections in place here, because in letting go of that anger, there's a good and a bad to letting go of anger sometimes. It's almost like you have stopped focusing as much on your own spiritual protections, and you need to make sure that they are really solid in place, especially as you're focused here. You need to make sure that your spiritual protections are in place. The fact that that's upside down, that doesn't sit well with me. Let me say it that way. It doesn't sit well with me. So make sure that you up your spiritual protection, sugar. Okay? But I'm proud of you for letting the anger go. I'm proud of you, because I know that that's hard sometimes, especially when you get into it too much, when you let things bother you too much. So I'm really, really proud of you, Danielle. Make sure that you put your spiritual protections in place. And these people here that the zebra represents are extremely lucky to have you focus so much on them. This tells me that you're an amazing friend to have. You're an amazing person to have in your corner. So I hope that helps, sugar. I don't know if you're on YouTube or TikTok, so this is more of a bone and charm reading, guys. I just call it bone readings because the most of the stuff that's in my bag here is bones, etc. So yeah. Oh, thank you guys. All right. My next person is Jacen Jackson. Ready? Let Bodhi pick. Oh my God. Why do I have to pick? Why do I have to pick? Okay, let's do this. I will write a number down. And whoever comes the closest to it or gets it first will get Kathy's reading, because Kathy is so sweet to give it away. All right, it is right here. So the person that comes the closest will get it. It will be between 1 and 100, guys, okay? A couple of you have gotten really, really close. Oh, wow. I love the two of you put the same number at the same time. Jason's like, pull my bones, pull my bones. A couple of you got really, really close, and then the numbers got way off. Plus, I needed a boba tea break. So I'm going to draw Jason's bones while I'm rolling the comments, watching them go here. Ooh, that's a lot, Jason. So I'll give just another minute or two, and then I'll go back up to that person that was the closest so far. Okay, let me go back up here and find the person that was the closest first. There we go. I managed to make it all the way back up to the top of all of those messages. Let me find you here. So, Rhonda LB. RHONDALB. Are you still here, Miss Rhonda? Because she was the closest first. So I'm going to cut off the numbers at this point, guys. She was the closest first. So, ooh. So the number was 42. So Miss Rhonda was the closest first. So after Jason, I'll be doing yours, Miss Rhonda, okay? All right, Jason, ready? The number was 42. Kathy, you're so sweet. That was very sweet of you, love. I hope that you're doing well. All righty. Ready, Jason? So you kind of have a lot going on here. Woo. A whole lot going on. Okay. Trying to decide if I start here, here, or here. Because you kind of have three piles. So you have an aura quartz, you have a star anise, you have an imperial jasper, and you have a big piece, a big silver charm down there underneath. Then you also have a bobcat knucklebone, you have a fox fang, you have the buffalo, a turtle's shoulder blade, but the zebra is upside down. Then over here, you have a deer tooth and a cat vertebrae. So, see, you have a lot going on. What's interesting, though, is that what this tells me, A, is that with all of this going on, you tend to withdraw. You tend to kind of pull yourself back. It's like you don't want to tell anybody that you have a lot going on. You don't really want to let anybody know. There's the yawn. Knew it was coming. If you guys have never watched me do readings, it's just a thing. I tend to forget to breathe. So you tend to pull away. In pulling away and kind of shutting down communication, that's how you process everything. 2, it tells me that with all of this, you're really trying to find your inner peace in the situation. 3, this big silver chunk and all these pieces over here really talk about either your gifts getting almost unbearable in a way, or having a major level up spiritually. Because all of these pieces right here talk about spiritual protection. They talk about being really connected to the moon. They talk about being connected to your gifts and abilities. And they talk about seeing things in a much different light. And then in between that, you have that fox fang and you have this bobcat knuckle, which tell me that you're trying to still separate your spiritual self from your outward self, your physical self, if that makes sense. The best advice that I can give you here, because of all of this, is that you need to just allow the two to merge together. If you try to continue to keep them separated like this, the universe is going to make it harder and harder. The universe is literally going to put you in a vice like this. Did you jump up on something over there, Doc? Get down. Get down. Get down. I love you, sir. But you don't need to be up there right now. There's too much junk on my bed. Yeah. I'm packing for Oklahoma City, and I have stuff all over my bed, and someone jumped up there, and it scared the shit out of him. So, Jacen, you really need to start integrating these two things together. Because the universe is going to start putting you in a vice to where you have no room to keep them separate. And here's the thing. The mom part of me wants to tell you not to shut down and wants to tell you to let somebody know, you're kind of overwhelmed, what's going on, etc. But the Capricorn part of me understands that all too well, because when I get stressed, when I get overwhelmed, etc., I tend to shut down and I just don't talk to anybody because I'm working through everything up here. So I absolutely understand that. And I know that that's kind of the way you process things. So I'm just going to kind of leave that alone. We're just going to acknowledge that it's there, that it's a thing, and it's happening, and just, it is what it is. But this right here tells me you've got to start integrating all of these spiritual gifts into your normal everyday self. If you don't, the universe is going to force you to, and it's not going to be a fun thing. Okay? So, congratulations on all those awesome gifts popping up like that. Just remove that need to separate them. Okay? Does that make sense, love? I hope so. But there's a lot. There's a lot. This is a lot. So much shit. There's a lot, Jacen. Guys, anytime your gifts start popping up, it gets overwhelming. Like, it can get overwhelming super fast. Super, super fast. All right, Miss Rhonda, you ready? It can get overwhelming super fast. And in getting overwhelming like that, it can cause you to want and need to shut down. Because want and need are two different things. The best advice I can give you whenever your gifts really start bulking up and start almost overwhelming you is to just kind of lean into it. Just lean into it. Learn how to use them. Learn how to utilize them in your daily life, because they will help you. They're there for a reason. Okay? So, Miss Rhonda, ready? Thank you, love. I have a yes and a no. I actually wore the matching earrings today. I have decided that I no longer feel like I have to wear matching earrings. I've never really worn matching socks. And I have all these cool earrings that I want to wear the same. I want to wear them all the time. So Why do I have to wear matching earrings? Who said that was a thing? I'm not saying it's a thing anymore. All right, Miss Rhonda Pooh. So, you have the alligator tooth over here. You have the shell. You have a silver raven head down there. The cat vertebrae. The turtle shoulder blade. You have a beautiful piece of tiger's eye. And then you have the fox fang up here by itself. You're kind of discombobulated right now. It's like you're trying to get everything in the circle. You're trying to get everything rotating smoothly. However, it's like this wobbly circle like this right now. You know, like when a bike tire gets bent? It's kind of this wobbly, like the circle goes like that when it's rolling around. Because you have a few things that just haven't quite got in. They haven't quite set in place yet. So here's part of why. Let's talk about these three things that are bunched together. You have the shell, you have the silver raven head, and then you have the cat vertebrae. So you have three things that I would say you're trying to push your gifts too hard. I don't know if there's one that's been manifesting and you're trying to manifest others, or if you're just pushing too hard to use them. I don't know, but it's starting to get overwhelming. So my advice on that aspect would be just to take a deep breath and back off for a little bit. Just let it be, let it ride right now. Does that make sense? The other aspect that's out of place here is that tiger's eye, which has a couple of things to it. Could either be something financial or it could be something protective. Either way, it's kind of security. So you feel like your security isn't quite all the way good yet. And security, guys, can be so many different things. It can be financial. It can be physical. It can be emotional, mental. It can be maybe that you're just worried because, you don't have a 401k, or everybody's security is different. So, Miss Rhonda, here's the thing, though. This is in a much better place than these three bunches are down here. This is moving upwards. Just keep being diligent about taking care of you. Because you can't take care of anyone else if you're laying on the floor. You can't fix anyone else's air mask if you're on the floor. This trickster stuff will even out. Don't stress about it too much. It will even back out. Okay? So will your mood. Normally, I would say that this represents kind of anger and ferocity and stuff, but I don't think that it's so much that with you. I think that it's more mood. And I think it's because this is overwhelming you, trying to make these gifts, I want them now, make them happen kind of thing, and pushing really hard. Between that and the security aspect, the universe is kind of putting a hard stop in here. That's what the trickster energy is. So all this stuff going on when you're like, why is this breaking? Why is this breaking? What is this? Like, why are these things happening? I don't understand. It's kind of the universe telling you to put a halt on that a little bit. The mood will even out. The moods will even out. Right now, it's just because you're overwhelmed and there's a lot pushing back on you spiritually. So just take a breath. And I would say really take a break from your spiritual self this weekend. Literally. And I know I try to be a spiritual person all the time. Like, I literally live a spiritual life all the time. Everything has spiritual meaning to me. I mean, it's what I do for a living. But there's even times I have to take an evening and just not. Like, I need to go watch Rick and Morty for hours, or I need to play some stupid puzzle game on my phone. Things that are stupid normal. Does that make sense? So, Miss Rhonda, honey, I literally would advise, I know sometimes it's hard to take a whole weekend, but take at least an evening off of it. Disconnect. Go do something completely mundane and normal. Does that make sense? Sit and play on your phone. Watch TV. You know what I mean? Literally. Something very mundane. Okay? It will help this even out, and it will help this circle become a circle again. So, I see why you needed. Oh, I was going to say, I see why you needed this. I absolutely see why you needed this. I love that. So, for those of you guys on YouTube, she said, you just explained everything. This hit hard, but you just explained everything in my life right now to a T. I'm on 5 days off. Perfect timing. Perfect timing to just disconnect from all the shit. From all the shit. Yeah. You got this, sweet pea. Just disconnect. Let your brain be mushy for an evening. Oh, you're welcome, sugar. I'm glad I could help. All right, Miss Tiffany Pina. Or is it Pina? Well, you're just a straightforward chick. Look at you. Okay. I thought I had a lot more shit in my hands. Wow. So, Miss Tiffany, where are you at? Because Pina, gotcha. So, let's chat. You have my black tech tied upside down. Then you have the peach pit and the plum pit. Feminine, masculine. Notice that this is way over here. This right here tells me that you have a relationship that A, you don't feel secure in, and B, you don't feel protected in. I'm not sure which one of you is pushing too hard for this relationship. One of you is pushing way too hard for this relationship. And the harder that you push to make the relationship happen, and I don't know if this is a love relationship or if this is family. Because it feels a little deeper than something superficial like, I just really like this person. You know what I mean? If this is deeper than that. But this is one of you trying way too hard to make this relationship happen, to make it perfect, to make it work. And the more that it's pushed, the further this protection gets. So you literally feel like there are things that have been getting through, and you've had all these protections you've been putting in place. I have a feeling you've been super diligent, because this is not a small tektite. So I have a feeling that you've been super, super diligent on putting these protections in place. Yet for some reason you feel like they're getting stretched really thin. Like I would be willing to bet that as you feel them pulled, and you need to, as you feel, words are stupid. As you feel your protections get pulled further and further, it's like you feel like you need to put more and more and more and more in place. So I would not be surprised if you've been falling down the rabbit hole, watching videos, reading articles, books, etc. about protection and how to put your protections in place. Because the more that this relationship is pushed, the further apart those protections get. Because this relationship right now does not need to be a thing in your life. It's not something healthy. So I'm glad to see that you said that you've been working on some healing. Can't make this shit up. I just need a clarification on something, and I don't know if you saw, but I will turn this. This is the star anise, because I just pulled out, I just reached in, twisted around. I just wanted one thing for like clarification, and I literally pulled out the spiritual protective thing, and it's upside down. So this relationship right here it's got to be paused. It's got to be paused. At the least, it has to be paused. Because it is literally pushing your protections further and further and further and further away. So, this person, whoever this energy is, that'd be a negatory. That'd be a negatory. So you definitely need to kind of cut this person off. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad that you're standing up for yourself. So I'm glad that this came up, seeing what you're saying. I'm glad that this came up because you definitely need to be working on protections, spiritual protections, and so on. Start easy, start simple. Don't feel like you have to do these big mega protections in place right now. Like, don't feel like you have to go overboard with it. Does that make sense? Start small. Sometimes, guys, the smallest things make the biggest difference. We feel like we have to go all out, balls to the wall, all these protections, when you really don't. When you really don't. Sometimes just a little mix of salt and pepper on your doorstep, underneath your welcome mat, some cinnamon above your door. Sometimes little bitty things like that are all you need. So, yeah, narcissists are, so here's what I'd recommend for working with a narcissist. One of the best things that you can do is something super simple. Those two things, of course, that I mentioned. Make him a sweet jar. A sweet jar is something that is used to give somebody something good, okay? Now just hear me out. It's used to put something good in somebody's path. So, you do him a sweet jar. You put his name and what you would like for him to have on a piece of paper. In this case, what you would like for him to have is someone else to focus on. So you want him to go and be happy and be prosperous with someone else. Focus on someone else. And then you want to fill the jar with candy. Nerds are great. Skittles are great. Just fill it with candy. Okay? Put a key in there. Put a key in there with his name. You don't have to put a key, but a key will help because that helps to unlock doors. Just make sure that the candy completely covers the name in the middle. Like, you don't want to see the paper or anything. And then just dress it up all pretty. Glue it shut so no one eats the candy. And then just put it somewhere by something of his. Since you're not going to go to his house and be like, hey, I brought you a jar of candy. Find something of his and put the jar by it. You just want him to be happy somewhere else. Focus somewhere else. I've done this for more than a few people. And then you are not putting anything bad out. You are simply asking him to be happy somewhere else. So, yep. That is exactly what I would do. I've done this for a narcissist that was in my life and worked like a charm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, I hope that helps, sugar. And I'm proud of you for not wanting this to be a thing again. You are so welcome. You're so welcome. So that means Miss Cynthia Francis is next. I'm updating my list to make sure I have everybody. Maybe. There we go. Sweet. All right. Miss Cynthia Francis, you ready? All right, then. Miss Cynthia, where are you? Are you on well, you're welcome, love. So, I would be happy to make a video on it. I won't be able to probably till I get back from New Orleans, but let me see if I can get one done before I leave, because they are extremely simple to do. And you can dress them up and they look all pretty. You can do it for somebody at work. You can do it, yeah. Just saying. Oh, look at you guys at 200,000 likes. Oh. Well, now I see that it is freezing. If it's freezing on TikTok, I am streaming live on YouTube, guys. So, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, Miss Cynthia. First of all, Sweet Pea, you are more than a little hard-headed. You are more than a little hard-headed. You have the petrified wood. You literally have the cat vertebrae cupping it. Up underneath that, you have the turtle bone, and then you have the fox fang coming down like that. You might be more than just a little stubborn. So, I'm sorry, I can't help it, because I am the exact same way. All right. Love. Not only are you a little stubborn, but you've kind of been a little ornery lately. You've kind of been a little ornery lately. Be careful how far you go. Be careful how far you go with this ornery energy, this trickster energy that is popping up. I don't know if you are a Loki fan or, you know, what's going on here, but I'm just gonna, it's kind of making me giggle. I can't help it. It just tells me that you're really full of trickster energy lately. You've probably been playing some jokes on people. I mean, I don't think like anything mean or anything like that, but it's just trickster energy. Like, and it follows you too. That's what's interesting. It follows you to the point that people around you are getting some trickstery shit going on. Make sure that you're grounding yourself a lot. Because with this type of trickster energy around, it's starting to cause a wedge between your strength and your gifts. And that's never a good thing. Because when you have a wedge between your strengths and your gifts, and your strength is your physical, your backbone, you know what I mean? And then you have your spiritual gifts. When it's starting to form that wedge in between there, one of two things will happen. Either you will stop feeling as strong and you will let people or energies into your life that don't need to be there, that are going to take advantage of your gifts, your empathy, everything, or it's going to start to make your gifts wane. So you need to be grounding yourself hardcore. The fact that this petrified wood is over here under the cat and not under both the turtle and the cat bone, it tells me that you've been really good and really diligent on grounding yourself spiritually, but you've had a problem grounding yourself physically. So I literally put a video out this morning about grounding and how easy it is. And the thing is, grounding yourself physically is literally as easy as going outside and standing in the grass, or putting your hand in the grass, or putting your hand on a tree or whatever. The best thing you can do is both feet, both hands on the ground. That will help you physically and spiritually ground. That's what I would recommend. But you've got to be careful with this trickster energy. It's not all yours. It's some other spiritual influence on you right now that's doing this. Because I don't want it to start driving that wedge right there. You don't either. You don't either. Trust me. So, Miss Cynthia, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. I don't like that. But I know that the trickster energy gets kind of fun to play with sometimes. It's hard to not have trickster energy. Once you've experienced it and once you get a full dose of it, like, it does get addicting. I'm not kidding. It does get full on addicting. So just make sure that you're grounding yourself in both ways, and it'll help that trickster energy to kind of alleviate this wedge. Does that make sense? Just make sure you're grounding yourself really well. Spend more time outside. I know it's hot as fuck everywhere. So maybe in the evening or first thing in the morning. I don't know if you're a morning person. I am not. But the wonderful thing about having a yard now is I can go OUT. I have to be careful what I say. And stand out in the grass every morning. I stood out there in the rain this morning and it was utterly fantastic. All right. Miss Rochelle Greenway. You ready? So I have Rochelle, Lesleigh Allen, Rebecca, and Chrissy. Okay. All right, Rochelle, you ready? You have some interesting stuff going on. So you have the muskrat eardrum. You have the aura quartz. You have a cherry pit. You have the blank rune upside down. You have the peach pit. You have a buffalo tooth. You have me yawning. Woo. You also have imperial jasper. And up here I saved for last on purpose, because you have the plum pit. Oop, and I touched it. And the black tektite. And they're literally together touching each other. The plum pit is kind of up on top of that. So this right here, let's start with that, even though I saved it for last. You have a male energy in your life that you are literally protecting hardcore. Like, you are protecting this soul super hard. I don't know what it is that you're worried about. I'm going to yawn again. Okay. I don't know what it is that you're worried about with this person. But know that they're extremely protected, period. That tektite right here tells me that that soul is extremely protected already. I'm not saying don't protect them, but I'm just saying they are super protected already. The universe is already making sure that they're amazingly protected. So let's talk about this, and then we're talking about that. We're kind of working backwards. Over here, let me tell you that I am super fucking proud of you, because this right here talks about you. It has feminine energy. It has this buffalo tooth, and it has the imperial jasper. You are really stepping into your own right now. You are stepping into your own personal power. You are starting to wear your crown nice and high up there, and you are starting to really, really let your inner strength be your guide. Not just your intuition, but your inner strength. You're also making sure that if something doesn't resonate with you, if something doesn't feel right, you have no problem saying, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm not going to do this. I don't need to be around you. I don't need this job. I don't need, etc. Like, you're really paying attention to what you don't need to be around. And I'm really proud of you for that. So let's talk about this. You have this interesting goal that you're working toward, that it's like the universe keeps telling you no. It's not so much that it's telling you no, it's like that it's putting things off. Like, you almost were reaching this part of this goal, and then suddenly it got further away. It's like you were almost there where you could touch it, and then it's way out here again. That keeps happening, and it's going to happen for just a little bit longer. So just continue to work toward this, continue to put all your plans in place, but know that it is going to keep kind of getting pushed off just a little bit, because this is not time yet. It's not time yet. There's still some aspect of it that you're not being as diligent on as you need to be. So the universe is going to just keep on pushing it back slightly. Does that make sense? So I'm not saying it's not coming your way, because it is. It's just this stuff isn't quite in alignment yet. Okay. the meantime, once again, because I want you to hear it again, I'm super proud of you for this, for protecting your energy, protecting your focus, and protecting your strength and your spirituality. Continue to protect this guy right here, but know that he's amazingly protected already. Okay? So, does that help, love? I do have the best mods. They are utterly fantastical. Good night, Miss Penny Pooh. All right. Next is Miss Lesleigh Allen. Well, all right then. I love that some of you guys, it's like way too much shit. And some of you, it's like 2 things, 3 things, 4 things, whatever. 3 things. Woo! Okay. Miss Lesleigh. Right off the bat, first of all, you need to start protecting your aura. You need to cleanse it and you need to protect it. Because you have tiger's eye, you have the silver feather. This little green stone right here is Vesuvitite. Vesuvitite. I never can say it fucking right. But it is one of the best stones you can get to help clear, repair, and strengthen your aura. But underneath that silver and right next to that green stone is a fucking foxfang. That fucking foxfang keeps popping up this evening. Then you also have a tangerine quartz. You have a scroll. You have the star anise. You have a little piece of zebra. You have the turtle. You also have the tektite. And then you have the plum, the peach pit over there, which represents you. So, love, you're trying to do way too much for way too many people. You want so much to be needed and wanted and a part of things with other people. Ooh, I didn't mean to knock that down. I totally wish. Totally knocked it down. Sweet he, sweet he, sweet he, sweet pea. You don't have to say yes to everything. You really don't. You don't have to say yes to everything. You can tell people no. Because all of these people that you're saying yes to and you're wearing yourself ragged with, it's costing you protections. It's costing you some of your own strength. And I would bet this is physical as well, because it's wearing you down. And it's costing you some of your intuition. Plus, this right here tells me that all of their bullshit is sticking to you like layers of mud. Like layers of mud. So, you need to clear your aura. If you guys don't know how to clear your aura, it's so damn simple. It's not even funny. And I really need to do a video on this too. All you have to have is some sea salt or some non-iodized salt, a few drops of rose or some rose petals. And if you want to add something else to that, you can, but that's literally all you need. You can sit in a bath of it. You can put a bowl of that in the shower, get some water on it. You literally want to take your loofah, your sponge, whatever it is. It's tickling my lip. Dip it in that, and then you want to wash about this far above your arm, your skin, everything. But you want to do it everywhere. And as you start getting that salt mix close, you'll feel it. You'll feel it hit your aura. And just wash. Just scrub your aura with it. And then let it just rinse. Let it just rinse down the drain. You will feel so much lighter when you get out of the bath or the shower, and you'll be able to breathe. Just like that. And then yawn. Just like that. And then you need to protect your aura. Because these people here are just unloading all of their shit on you. They're unloading all of their shit on you. You don't have to say yes to everybody, honey. Okay? In fact, tell some of them to fuck off. Tell them your spiritual advisor said that, said fuck off. I'm just kidding. Tell them your spiritual advisor said that you need to take a break. You need to focus on you. Just saying. Y'all can blame everything on me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. So for those of you guys asking about the aura, about cleansing your aura, it's literally salt. I use sea salt. You can use kosher salt, just non-iodized salt. Like you can literally use table salt. Just make sure it's non-iodized. And then either a couple of drops of rose oil. Just make sure it's therapeutic grade that can go on your skin, not diffuser oil. Or some rose petals themselves. Rose petals are great. That's it. That's literally it. That's super easy. If you want to put some anise seed in there, anise seed is very spiritually purifying. So is lime zest. Just saying. All right, Rebecca Chermak, you ready? I'm losing ribbons all over the place. I'll do a video. That is way too much. Okay. Oh, well. Alrighty then. So, Rebecca, you have the plum pit. Underneath all of these things here, you have the silver feather. You have the black tektite. You have the big piece of petrified wood. All those are together on top of each other. Then right here, you have the zebra. And over here, you have the rattlesnake rib. I never like seeing the rattlesnake rib, because that, to me, represents somebody that's fucking with you on purpose. Well, not just to me. That's what rattlesnakes represent. Somebody trying to poison something around you. So. This is grounding. This is protective. And this is masculine energy, which means that you're really, like, you are really full on hardcore protecting your spiritual self right now. Because that silver feather down there, silver not only connects with the moon, it connects with feminine energy, it connects with psychic abilities, gifts, etc. So the fact that these three things are on top of that, it tells me that, I knew I was going to yawn, son of a bitch. It tells me that you're really, really hardcore protecting your spiritual self. I hate that this is glitching. It's pissing me off. Whoever this rattlesnake is, they are not your friend, and they are not on your side. They're not on your side. That's why you feel, even though they say they are, even though they say they're your friend, they love you, they're in it, you know, they're ride or die, blah, blah, blah. They are not. That's why you feel this disconnect, because between, it may look like these are, here, I'll turn around and show you. See the space between the petrified wood and the zebra? That's why you just don't quite trust them all the way. It's why you always just feel like they may be hiding something, or you feel like something's off. You need to be careful of this person right here. I mean, and see how this is pointed up like that? That person needs to kick rocks, love. There's a reason you don't trust them. And there's a reason why you feel like you have to really, really protect everything around you. There's a reason. So yeah, whoever that is, they need to kick fucking rocks. Like ASAP, yesterday, last week. They need to kick rocks. Okay? Yeah, they need to kick rocks. You're not going to feel whole and feel protected until they do. Okay? Be careful with that person. So, be careful with that person. Hope that helps, Miss Rebecca. Yeah, anytime I see the rattlesnake rib bone in one of these, don't lock it. So my last one here is Chrissy. If you guys are just catching me, normally I do a lot more readings than this, but I still have to pack and I probably should sleep because tomorrow's going to be a very, very long day. All right, Miss Chrissy. Here we go, Shug. Ready? Hey, Zeus. Stop. He's trying to dig into everything. And so right now he's trying to dig into a blanket that's on a box. And I don't know. Okay. Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the gifts. All right, Miss Chrissy, here we go. So, wow. You have a turtle, like a turtle bone. You have the shell. You have the peach pit. You have the zebra. You have a scroll. And you have a buffalo tooth. This is actually really cool. Because you see how the scroll comes into the shell right there. And everything else is like that. Okay? This tells me that the more you learn about yourself, about your spiritual path, and about where the universe is wanting you to head, the more you're letting go of some physical shit that's been holding you back, the more you're letting go of people that are holding you back, the more you're owning your own feminine power, and the more strength and diligence you're gaining when it comes to protecting yourself. So I love this. This is really badass. This is like a great one to end on. This tells me that you've been on the right path, and it tells you, this is your confirmation, you've been on the right path. All the things you've been feeling that you need to learn, all of the things that you've been really hardcore falling down the rabbit hole on. Why am I going to yawn again? Love, you're on the right path. You're doing the right things. Letting these people know they're not welcome. Letting them know that you no longer need their shit energy. Letting go of shit that's no longer serving you. Physical things that's no longer working in your highest good. Owning your own personal power. Sweet Pea, like, I'm uber proud of you. I'm uber proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself, and you need to celebrate this. You need to go buy yourself a cupcake or a cake or a whole cake. Like, what? Like, I would love to sit and eat a whole cake. I would puke and then die, but that still sounds great. However, love, I'm extremely proud of you, Chrissy, because I think you needed this confirmation. Sometimes we can feel like we're doing the right thing. We can feel like we know that we're learning the right things. We know that we're falling down the rabbit hole for a reason. But when we start letting people go and we start letting go of things that are our comfort zone, even though we know they're bad for us, it feels weird. And then we're like, well, should I really have let that person go? Should I really have stopped doing this? Should I really have, found a different job? So, honey, you are absolutely doing the right thing. You are absolutely doing the right thing. Okay? I'm very proud of you. I know part of it sucks, but you are on the right path. You are doing the right thing, sweetie. Okay? I hope that helps. I hope that helps because, yeah, I think you needed to hear that. I think you needed to know that you're on the right path and that I'm proud of you. And you should celebrate this, okay? I hope that helps, Miss Chrissy. So. That is my last one for this evening. I know normally I read for a little bit longer than that, but I still have to pack. I probably still have to do laundry, which means I won't be doing laundry and I won't be taking those things with me, obviously. But just know, guys, that we got some amazing shit in that will be going on the site here very, very soon. I can't wait to show you guys. It'll probably be after New Orleans because I only have literally 2 days between Oklahoma City and when I leave for New Orleans. If you guys would like to get a New Orleans goodie bag, make sure that you get it ordered before the 10th. You have till the 10th. So that way I know how much goodies I need to get while I'm down there. Yes, it will include some really cool ingredients that I will gather from down there. It will include, I can't say include, I want to say include some other goodies that I'm sure I will find throughout the French Quarter. I am going to go to the flea market this time. I didn't make it last time. It's happening. We're going. And if you guys are in the Oklahoma City area, I will be in your neck of the woods this weekend at the Oklahoma City Horror Fest. So make sure you come see me, say hi, get a free hug, check out all the goodies. Oh my God, you guys have no idea the shit that I'm bringing. You have no idea. I'm so excited. And I'll be in New Orleans the weekend after that. It is what it is. So let me stop this on YouTube here. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. And if you guys got a reading this evening and you want to go back and watch it, it is on YouTube.